we looked at downshiftology in the previous videos, and I want to give you like maybe more ideas of who should eat which food. So let's say that if you are slim, you have low energy, therefore you don't need to lose the weight, you actually maybe want to even gain weight, then you will be eating more of the protein and carbohydrates, because we know that you are going to have more insulin. Insulin is a fat maker or like a protein builder, and it's going to bulk you more up. So if you are slim, let's say that for example, chia seeds pudding would be really nice. So you can see she has many varieties. She has this with a peanut butter. So just in case you have histamine intolerance, food sensitivity, or any food allergy, before you test peanut butter, it's better to maybe start with almond butter. So almond butter or hemp seed butter is a healthier option. What I love in her recipes is that she has berries everywhere. So we know that, for example, chia seeds, it's omega-3, but it also has the protein. Peanut butter is a protein, and it's amino acid, so it's acidic. And she's really nicely balancing it with this fruit that is very low in sugar, but really high in fiber. Because if you squash and smash the berries, you would see that it has many seeds. And these seeds, it's basically insoluble fiber, right? That's what, when the birds eat it, it's in their poo, and that's what basically then gets into the soil, and that with us as well. We are not going to digest it. We are going to just add the bulk. We will only take the juice with the vitamins. So I think that this doesn't have to be only as a breakfast. You can even have it if you are snacking. If you really must snack, then it can be a really nice snack. Or who said that you cannot have it as an early dinner, right? Like, why not? And then you, for example, go to your yoga class or something. So that's a nice recipe. Let's look at other recipes for breakfast. So even shakshuka can be a really nice breakfast or lunch or dinner, right? It can be anywhere. So what is shakshuka? They do it in Israel. She really described, and even in Egypt, like I know it from Israel. Yes. She explains what it comes from and how we have it. And look, notice what she has, and I want to comment on it. She has there oranges and kiwi and orange juice. So she most probably has a freshly squeezed juice. And you maybe heard me saying that I never recommend freshly squeezed or like orange juice, that I don't recommend orange juice that you buy in a shop. If you make a freshly squeezed orange juice, and you drink it within 10 minutes what you have done it, then you still use the vitamin C, because you know that vitamin C is antioxidant, and antioxidant, it oxidizes with oxygen in the air. So if you leave for 20-30 minutes the juice like this, all the oxygen, is going to react with the antioxidant vitamin C. So it basically disappears. There is no vitamin C, and then you are left only with the sugar. And because there is not really the pulp, before the pulp was holding everything together, now you are drinking only pure sugar. But what in this meal do I recommend it? Well, if she is having kiwi is fruit, but we know that kiwi has actually digestive enzymes and very little sugar, and it's high in vitamin C. She has shakshuka, and she has it with eggs. And we also know that, for example, in the spinach or in the herbs that she has there are oxalates. And the oxalates are normally blocking the absorption of the minerals, like, for example, calcium. But when you mix it with more vitamin C, you actually displace the oxalates, and maybe she has there even meat, she helps the iron absorption by combining the vitamin C. So actually, in this combination, when it's not with dairy product, because there is no dairy product, there's either meat or egg, which is not a dairy product, I would actually say it's okay. I would probably prefer to eat a whole orange than having the orange juice, but it's a really nice meal. If you would want to make this shakshuka, find the recipe. Okay, palo banana bread. Look, she is pretty slim. She has like a celiac disease. She cannot put the weight on. And then she's actually running quite a lot in the morning. She's exercising a lot. So she makes the banana bread. So again, depends. Are you going to go for a run? Are you really active? Are you going hiking? Then the paleo banana bread might be actually really good for you. Are you going to sit on your bum all day? It's not probably a good start for somebody who wants to lose weight, right? So keep always in mind what's your goal. How to make an omelette, like, so she has this beautiful video, pumpkin pie overnight oats, healthy zucchini muffins, that will be absolutely great, even as a breakfast. She has like eggs absolutely everywhere, overnight oats everywhere, oatmeal, orange shakshuka. How to make sweet potatoes. So maybe you heard me saying that actually I don't recommend normal potatoes because they belong to a nightshade vegetable. And especially if they're exposed to the sunshine, they turn green, and this green is solanin and it's basically complete poison. It's causing rheumatoid arthritis and so on. However, sweet potatoes, they belong to a different family, and they are very high in beta carotene. It's still sugar, right? It's still like carbohydrate because it's starch, but it's a better version. And I think she's using it sometimes even as a hamburger. So she will show you the video like how you can use it. She's preparing the meals like once or twice a week, and then she's freezing everything. So she really has nice recipes. So you can look at that one. What else? Well, bacon. Why not? If you like pork food. Green shakshuka. She has like so many shakshuka. So this was all breakfast. Now let's look. I showed you in a previous video that she has like even special diets. So we usually want to look at low carb or keto. So just let me explain that nearly nobody here is doing keto. Keto has been developed for children with epilepsy. And keto means you are eating 70% of fat, and then 30% is a low carbohydrate vegetable. You are not allowed to eat any fruit, and you eat very little protein. So it's also not a healthy diet, and it's not sustainable for a very long period of time. But it has impact on the brain. It totally blocks the receptors of hunger and the like activity of the brain in epileptic children. So that's why it was developed only for a short period of time. What many people today call keto is actually not a keto. It's more like a paleo diet, paleo, or low carb. Yeah. So when we look at this, every time when you have a large amount of protein, already it's not keto. So even when she has salmon, it's like 25 grams or 30 grams of protein, it's not keto. It's low carb and high protein. And I think it makes everything satisfying, and especially for women over 40 who need more protein, or breastfeeding women, or pregnant women. This is really nice recipes. You can see that she has like green color absolutely everywhere. So I love all of her recipes. So here she has, for example, pine nuts and dates. I personally wouldn't use dates because dates are high in fructose and they might cause bloating, but depending in which amount you are using it. So maybe you will discover that one date wouldn't really make a difference. So taste-wise, it's definitely going to be a nice combination. And for those ones that don't need to lose weight and they have, for example, buckwheat noodles or buckwheat buckwheat pasta, it would be quite nice to mix it into it as well, or rice or anything for people that eat carbohydrates. So I think this is really, really nice recipe. She is beautifully taking pictures. I really, if I was looking for some inspiration, I would always look for inspiration with her. Okay, let's look what else she has. So she has quite a lot of meat that she's preparing in slow cooker. So I don't have slow cooker, but I think it's a pretty good idea when for 12 hours on a very slow heat, you are preparing the meat, and then you can tear it up and you can freeze it easily. You can use it in corn tortillas or in the tortillas that I showed you from the beetroot, or Maybe you can make cauliflower pizza base and then put the meat on the top of it. So for people that love meat, turkey meatballs. See, like she has like so many amazing recipes. Let me click on a page number 5. Easy poached chicken. Okay, so if somebody is really on a strict diet, they have irritated intestine, they don't even fry the chicken, but they poach it in the water, and then she usually like makes it like in a big bulk, and then she will add it to the salad, or she will freeze it, or she will mix it into a soup. I'm sure she has absolutely amazing soups as well. Basically, all recipes from her are just absolutely amazing. Let me see what else. So even for example, gluten free. Let's say that somebody like her wants only gluten free recipes. Okay, chewy chocolate chip granola bars. It definitely looks amazing. But hummus might bloat you, right? Because it's from chickpeas. So this is just gluten-free. I wouldn't probably choose gluten-free. Let's look at something else. See, like even through the ingredients. So even when you look at the ingredients, what are her main ingredients? She's using the same stuff all over again, but I love it because it's everything that is anti-inflammatory. So she has the beef, chicken, eggs, lamb, pork, salmon, shrimp, sweet potatoes, turkey, and zucchini. Zucchini is like nearly in every recipe. Sweet potato, it's all year long. So that's absolutely fantastic. Soups and stews. Okay. I think that for like autumn and winter, it's really nice. And especially if you roast the vegetable before, and even when you freeze it, then it's very easy to make a soup out of it. So in one of the previous videos, I showed you the bouillon that I buy. It's like in a bottle. I buy it in Alnatura. It was boiled for 48 hours. It is high in glutamine, which is amino acid that is feeding the enterocytes in the intestine. So it's helping to create the nice barrier in the intestine. It has all the collagen, so it's really good for the skin and for every cell in the body. So if you have this in the fridge, then you can mix it with any vegetable or any meat, and look, beetroot and sweet cauliflower soup. Just take any inspiration from her. Yes, she has Vitamix. I have Vitamix as well. I totally recommend Vitamix. It's like €1,000, but you can have it for 20, 30, 40 years. She's promoting it. It's just like absolutely amazing. What I love in her website is for everything, she has a very short videos. Yeah, so she will show you in 3 minutes how to make 3 different soups. She will most probably tell you to freeze it, and then you are just pulling it out of the freezer. So you cook it once on Sunday, and maybe for 3 weeks, you have all the food prepared. So it's absolutely fantastic. Let's look at the last thing. If we find here like something interesting. So special diets. I'll put there paleo, because I think that paleo is pretty good. So what will be paleo? Okay, so then she has like fruit. With fruit, you just have to be a little bit careful. It's a pity she doesn't do FODMAP, because it would show you how to combine food. Because here, unfortunately, many things when you go to paleo might be bloating. Look, I don't make pickled red onion on my own, but I think it's a good idea. Or you can buy it in Alnatura. There is the guy in Basel. I made a short video about it, that is producing all the fermented food, and it's absolutely delicious. So even though it costs like 12 Swiss francs for a small bottle, it's good. Oh, look, for children, chocolate almond butter banana bites. I think it looks pretty good. Paleo zucchini bread. Okay, let's look at paleo zucchini bread for inspiration. Looks delicious. Which flour she is going to use? Okay, she's using almond flour and tapioca. I would recommend buckwheat, because I recommend buckwheat absolutely everywhere. When we scroll down, and she's actually toasting it, it's very nice. So you can see that you can even print it. So she has the almond flour, tapioca flour. Look, she's American, and they use tapioca absolutely everywhere. But if you replace these two flours with buckwheat flour, you will have the same result. Coconut flour, I mean, it's quite good to use it, but remember that coconut flour needs quite a lot of egg or some agent that is holding it. So you can see that she has 3 eggs, and she has there actually applesauce. That's quite nice. Maple syrup, 2 tablespoons. Maple syrup is not causing bloating, but you could also add there the demerara sugar. She has the apple cider vinegar and grated zucchini. Yeah, I quite like it. So I hope that you got some inspiration from her. Then if you have private sessions with me, you most probably have the nutritional cookbook, and there is 400 recipes, and it's like step by step what you can have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you can follow that easily. But I would say that she has really nice recipes and really tasty. So hopefully this helps.